won't be there quitting. Sky is turning red. Return to power, don't need it. Follow to me, the sky could disappear. Abolish the rules made of stone. Raining blood from a lacerated sky. Bleeding in horror. Creating my destruction. Now I shall rain in blood. Motion in the ocean. Their hose broke. Lots of trouble. Lots of bubble. He was in a jam. Then a giant clam. Raining blood from a lacerated sky. Raw, bleeding its heart. Creating my destruction. Now I shall rain in blood. Down, down.
Well, we hope that woke you up and you're ready for another thrill-packed episode of the Four Color Fossils. I am joined by a great all-star, all-stellar cast. We've got Jambo, we've got Howler Mouse, we've got Eric Breen, we have Charlton 66, we have Meyer Greenblatt, and we have Captain Strangelife. Paulo is on assignment, as we will find out. He's in the chat, by the way. So we start off with Recess. Been enjoying these intro. Why, thank you, Recess. Here's Maranya. Yes, Captain Strangelife recognized the thumbnail earlier. Great artist. Hello, Michael.
Yeah.
There's Easy Comic Reader.
There we go. Oh, yeah.
And good evening to all the friends of the fossils. There's the Jackson Roy Kurt. Jimbo has a handful. Yep. And that was just me telling them. There's Lead Paint and Snuffles. Good to see you. Here's Paulo with his very, very sketchy excuse. Well, that's fine. Why, thank you, Maranya. YouTube said I could play that and not get in any trouble. So the Gilcane alarm for tonight, if that happens, is questionable. It won't play in Russia, they tell me. I don't know why. But,
all the Russian fans will just have to wait, you know.
And there's Mr. Orloff. Hopefully you're having fun watching us. Cindy and Bobby. Oh, that was a couple weeks ago. All right. Well, I'd like to start off, of course, welcoming everybody to the show and saying a good hello. And speaking of hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
That's awesome. Very cool.
So many great songs, right?
Oh, yeah. A legend, man.
If you have one of those like CDs or like just the best of Johnny Cash, like the double album, you can just play it from the beginning to end over and over. And the early stuff will start with like his early stuff and then all the way up through like the generation, like decades. It's amazing.
You know, probably start with something like Big River.
Yep.
And get up to Folsom. And
I like the one with him and his wife. What's that song about them breaking up? Where they go back and forth. I can't remember that song. It's Folsom. Maybe it's Folsom.
Train taking them into Folsom or out of Folsom or something.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. All right.
I got four. Yeah, that's awesome. I got 4 or 5 Johnny Cash vinyls in there somewhere.
Yeah.
There's another Charlton for you.
Oh, that's awesome. Nice Flintstones. I don't have any Flintstones, but I got some kazoo, the great kazoo, but I don't have any Flintstones per se.
I'm going to guess this is a Jello mold or something. Yeah.
That's funny. Popular.
Yeah, it was pretty popular back in the 60s, Jello.
I just had to have this because I miss my original.
Cool.
And I bought this from Gotham City. Hopefully he'll be here later tonight.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I've already shown it to Meyer, and we were discussing how to pop it out and keep the box, blah blah blah. Because I want it out of the box, but all right. I showed a lot of pulp covers at the beginning of this because I just got so excited. I've got this.
That's wonderful.
This great pulp here.
Nice.
See the daggers, they're bloody, so
yeah.
She's already been checking somebody's oil, and
you got some whirlwinds coming after her too.
Yep. That DARPA in action there with because they're twins. But absolutely love it.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, Siamese, look out.
Yeah, man.
That is pure evil.
I guess that's supposed to be sophistication. And so here's some Ripleys. Some real crazy.
Wow.
Those would make some good masks.
You're almost done, right, Micah, with your collection of Ripley's?
I'm getting close. I finished the Boris.
Yeah.
And wasn't really trying, but recently found some of these.
Oh, that looks like Puppet Master puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Puppet Master movies.
It's Micah if he had shaved.
That's right. Here's the treasure chest. Looks like it's comes with a catch.
Yeah, really, right?
It says Ripley's, believe it or not, but that is Satan from the Howling Man from the Twilight Zone. I'm telling you.
And remember, these are all true. So
yeah,
it says it right there. So very weird. The elephants are attacking. And they're walking on air, it looks like. And I used to have this outfit.
The stripes are slimming, very slimming.
Sarah de Bergerac's having a bad
You were
night.
probably running too if you were wearing that out in public.
The longer you look at this, you realize he has cut out the face of like a painting, and the king really is a skeleton
behind the painting.
Very weird. Enough weird stuff. How about some family time, like our good old uncle, the man from Uncle?
I really thought that man was Russian.
It's very
Ilya Kuryakin?
Yeah, when you were a kid, I thought it was Russian too.
And then I saw him on some British show where he was like an interdimensional spy, and he had an English accent, and I was crushed.
And here's Interdimensional.
There we go.
From
Great.
Beyond the Unknown.
Man, that is such good stuff, man.
I have this outfit as well.
I had that for my seventh grade picture.
And Interdimensional here, they're Strange Adventures. They're filming this scene in outer space.
That's cool.
That's a great cover.
Yeah. Fun times.
Now, this should have been a cover to Weird War Tales, but it's GI Combat. You'll see what I'm talking about. Check this guy out.
Oh, yeah.
That should have been the Viking Commando.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's like a Danzig cover from the 80s. Yeah.
And here's GI War number 2.
Ross Heath, sweet.
And here's the Unknown Soldier in Star Spangled War. Sneaking up on this guy.
Yeah, we know who the old man is.
Well, it's not Professor X.
Oh no, the one and only.
I recently found out there's an actual issue, the Unknown Soldier, that shows his face.
And here we'll do two more. Here's Gunsmoke Western. And the Son of Tomahawk.
Cool.
Those bell bottoms.
Christmas issue.
All right. Now, which one of you brave gentlemen would like to go next?
I can saunter up to the podium.
All right, Steve.
Got my light fixed for the jury rig. It's the whole
Oh,
thing.
hey, cool.
Don't worry, I have glowing eyes. I'll take off my glasses. Want to show my T-shirt I got from T Public, which is very cool.
Oh yeah.
Whoa! Some of the episodes.
Is that glow in the dark?
No, but they have various T-shirts with the episodes on the side.
Did
All
they?
the episodes are listed.
Did you get it on the 35% off week? They have every
No,
other week.
no, I missed that. I just got it just the other day. So
That's fantastic.
Where did you get that?
T Public.
It's a website where all these people will make their own T-shirts, and T Public will send them out for them. And they're $16 to $25. They also have coffee cups and masks and stickers and all kinds of stuff.
They've got tons of Kolchak. They got him Salem's Lot. They got him. He's at the Amityville house. They got him The Exorcist. Not Boris Karloff. Richard Price movies, but they got a bunch of Kolchak. A line of awesome T-shirts, but it's called T Public.
I gotta check that out.
Letter T-E-E. Yeah.
And then Public.
Yeah, I've got my Valiant Shadow Man shirt there, my Ultra Boy from the Legion shirt, and my Mage shirt from there.
Yeah, it's a cool place to get some T-shirts. Going through a box that I've been reading. My favorite Justice League America comics. There's a theme to these. This is number 21, of course.
Yep.
I thought I saw a tear on it for a minute, but it was just a reflector. It's not a very good shape. There are some creases there on the side, but
yeah, Steve, it had a tear until you brought it home.
yeah, get out of here. Yeah, number 21, which is just everyone should have this book. This is Shannon's bailiwick, really, but I still enjoy these books so much. But there's a spattering of certain elements of what I pick up at Justice League for. Of course, there's 29, another great cover, and great issue, not just a cover, but fantastic issue.
First appearance of the Crime Syndicate, one of my favorites.
Right here, number 30.
There we go.
You're on the cover. Such great stuff. And the claim to fame for 37 is Mr. Terrific. It's his first Silver Age appearance, and he's my favorite, one of my favorite Golden Age characters. Kind of a cool cover with him, but it's worth having because Mr. Terrific's popping in there. And here's 38, the Lawless League of Earth A, which is just fun stuff. You knew you are going to get a good issue when you got the JSA involved.
Yeah, Earth Day is where all the heroes have dad bods.
Yeah. Number 43, the Royal Flush Gang, which I really like. I like the not so popular heroes and villains, and so I had to pick this one up. Found this for like less than $5, believe it or not.
Oh my gosh. And it's a go check. Man.
Yeah. And this is a nice one. This is a very nice shape. It's almost I don't know, it's almost newsstand worthy. 41, the Keymaster.
See, I always liked him, and when Grant Morrison brought
Yeah.
him back in the '90s, I was like, finally, somebody
Mm-hmm.
did something.
I
With
like those villains. I don't know. There's something about them. And this unceremoniously is the first golden silver age of the Sandman, which he's getting set on by Batman, but this is his first silver age appearance. And this is number 46.
And Solomon Grundy in that, man, all day long.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's such a great cover, but poor Sandman's getting trounced. Last issue for right now is 47.
Yeah.
Which is such a great cover. When you see those floating heads, you know you're in for a good time.
Yeah.
All right. One more, and then I'll go to somebody else because it's a doozy. Number 55.
Look at that.
Yeah.
See, I can admit I can admit that's a horrible costume, but I will defend it at the same time.
Yeah, I know. I want to get a commission with that costume. I really do. All right, that's all I got for right now. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Nice stuff.
Good stuff, Steve.
Steve says when you
Thank
see
you.
the floating heads, you know you're in for a good time. Look at us now. So
After we're all floating heads.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, Captain, are you all set?
Yeah. Like I was telling you, I got some of these Harvey comics. Playful Little Audrey. These are all file copies that I was able to get.
Wow.
From a guy online. This is Little Audrey number. I can't even read this damn thing. It's got the dark color. What is this? I don't know what number it is. 72, I think.
Oh wow, that's a cool one.
That is.
These are the books that actually got me started collecting comics. So this is number 71.
Great costume.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Fantastic shape too.
And the thing with Little Audrey, I think she was based at least or inspired by Little Lulu.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that what was his name? The guy who designed her was working for Paramount Famous Studios. His name was like Vladimir or Vladimir. Oh man, what the hell was his last name? Vladimir Titla. I think that's what it was. Vladimir Titla. And he had a very common American name that he used that everybody recognizes, but I can't remember what that was. Maybe it was John or something. I don't know. But he created a character after his daughter. And he also worked, when he was working on Paramount, he also worked on Little Lulu, some of the animation, and directed some of the shorts, theatrical shorts. So it's kind of interesting that the two characters are kind of alike. This is number 70, another file copy. By file copy, I think they were found in a warehouse, in boxes, in one of the Harvey warehouses, in boxes on pallets. So I guess they can, not like it was found in a file cabinet or anything. There she's trying to be, I guess, Supergirl. It's from 1967, 69.
Super Audrey.
I like the gag covers. They're kind of funny. There's number 68. There's no market for these anymore. There used to be, but not anymore. It's long gone.
There's no Miles Morales in them. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You didn't have Miles show up. You have $1 million on your hand.
Well, you might be right on that one. There's number 67.
I'm telling you, man, everything always comes back around.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
1966, that one was. And here we got a number 64.
That's a good one.
Oh man, She must have loaded herself with helium or something before she.
That's like looks like that could be in a Willy Wonka movie, man. The blow a bubble
Yeah.
and float away.
There's number 65. She's got a vacuum player. I mean, a vacuum cleaner doing her music lessons for her, and she's going out to play baseball with the boys. Kind of funny. There's a clever way to get your
Oh yeah.
punishment done. 1966. And I got this one from number 61. I think this cover, when I was looking at this, I read the comic and there's nothing in the comic that relates to the cover. But I did see a cartoon in the late 40s, a little Audrey cartoon, or in the early 50s, where she was on a train sitting on the luggage rack reading a Casper comic. So I think this cover was taken from that cartoon.
Gotcha.
Are these all file copies, Hans?
Yeah, these are all file copies.
Gotcha.
These are you think these are like 6s and 7s and 8s? I mean, they look like 7s and 8s to me.
No, I think they're higher than that. They're all at least 8.0.
Wow.
Between 8.0, I would say, and 9.0.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
And
I missed that. I'm sorry I missed that comment. I was talking over that funny comment somebody put up there.
there's number 5 from 1958.
Oh,
It's pretty nice. And
Did you want this one, Meyer?
Yes, that's the one. That's the one. Also,
that's
the
Jackson.
money tree.
Jackson, you're right. That song I was thinking of by Johnny Cash and June Carter Cash is called Jackson. That's the song.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's a great one.
I got some other stuff too, but I can let somebody else go for now.
Okay.
I got some Eli Katz.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if I should show these now.
Here we
Show
go.
them.
So who wants to go?
Yeah, I'll jump in there, man.
That's got to be Howler then. All right.
So your intro, which I think was fantastic, but I think it's kind of funny that everybody else looks studious, like they're into the comics. You get to me and I'm smirking. I look like every side character in an 80s movie running a hustle. So I like it. And then you use the B-52s, and this is a stick that Fred from the B-52s was playing this cowbell with, and he handed it to me in the crowd because I let a girl up front so she could be next to the stage. So nice choice of song.
Wow.
And then let's do the trifecta here. Look at that, Steve.
Yes.
But
Cool.
but the story behind this is Captain Strangelove sent this to me about 13 years ago.
Wow.
Wow, that was. I have another copy of that. I'm happy I do.
He's been looking for it ever since.
All right. So I'm actually saving up to get a big book that I sold back in 2008. So it's kind of, I've slowed down buying new stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm going back, and when I find these things on eBay, because everybody's watching speculator channels and nobody's looking for stuff like this, I've got me a little Von Baudet. His by his son Mark Baudet with Cobalt 60. If you like your underground comics and wizards and that sort of thing, Epic magazine. There's 4 of these. I now have 2, and they're pretty hard to find. They get a little pricey. I got that one for like $5. And then I remember seeing these when they came out, and I swear I thought they were tabloid size, but they're probably just they're not tabloid size, but they are oversized. But Jeff Darrow, Frank Miller doing their big, I don't know if you remember that from the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
They actually made a cartoon of this, and I about fell down when I saw it on Fox, like in 98 or 99 or something. I was like, you got to be kidding me. They didn't have many appearances at all. I think they popped up in Madman and in like a Dark Horse Presents 100 issue or something. And I'm like redoing the room, so some of the stuff I just kind of grabbed and stuff, but I also got this. I got to tell you, man, this is some kind of limited edition for loot crates back in the day, but it's the collected miniseries they did where they had Kong on the Planet of the Apes, and
Cool.
it's not the actual King Kong. Apparently, the Kong race. I'm not going to get too much into it, but they find a female Kong. All the apes are like at the beach right after the first movie, and they're going to blow up the Statue of Liberty. And then a scout comes running down, like, you got to come see this. And it's a Kong that's washed up on shore. It's all like bloodied up and stuff. And they dissect it, and then they go across the ocean to find Skull Island on the Planet of the Apes. Yeah.
So that you think that's from a loot crate? Do you think?
Yeah, it says it. It was a mini series. I didn't get it, but right there. But I found this on eBay, and I mean, I think this was $5 too. I'm not sure, but it's a loot crate edition. So
I still got about 15 loot crates I haven't even opened yet.
Oh, it might be in
I
there.
have no idea what's in them. I should do a video one time just opening the loot crates.
nice. I never got into the loot crates there, but I know they're out there. So I'll go through the stack real good. I went by the library and ended up finding a trade of Carl Barks stories.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. I got a week to read this. I got halfway through it. Love that stuff. And I love when they just don't play around. They give you full Carl Barks, not one or two stories, whatever. And then Paolo was here, but I'm going to end up getting into the French graphic novels, if you will, right? This thing is a masterpiece, and it was supposed to be for young readers over there. Whole place is called Alone, and the whole thing takes place in a lighthouse out by the ocean because the guy who kept the lighthouse and his wife had a kid, and the kid never stepped off of the lighthouse little island. So this one sailor, before his dad died, he cashed in. This is the lighthouse. It's just on a rock in the middle of the ocean. And he spent his whole life there, and he's like deformed a little bit and stuff. And this new sailor with the old guy is wondering about him and wants to know more about him. And then you finally get to see who lives in the lighthouse and what he does. I know it doesn't sound like much, but like this thing is like a masterpiece. I mean, it's amazing.
That looks great to me. That's the type of stuff I love. I love to find things like that right there. I wrote that down. That looks good.
A lot of visual storytelling, not very wordy at all. So that's fantastic.
Like, I remember when sweater weather and blankets. Remember that one?
Yeah,
that was a great one. Blankets. It was a thick book too, but
blanket.
I remember
blankets. Yes,
blankets.
I read it about 10 years ago or so.
I passed it up 3 or 4 times. I've got a little stack upstairs, a little short box of stuff where I'm finally sitting down and reading. So I just grabbed a handful of this. I've had this for like 15 or 16 years, and I've never gotten around to reading it past, I don't know, 7 or 8 pages in the first one. But this is Chris Claremont, John Buscema doing Magic, one of the first Marvel miniseries back in the day. And it takes place in between 2 panels in the X-Men comic. She's there for years. Colossus's daughter goes to another dimension in limbo, gets raised by Belasco and is around demons. And she grows up over the years, finds these, I don't want to say evil versions of like Nightcrawler and Storm and Kitty Pryde. And of course, if you watch the boxes up here, she gets older with every box to where, yeah.
Never noticed that. Yeah. Never did notice that.
Okay. And then I had to get this. I wasn't a fan of the Superboy TV show that was in syndication like in 89 to like, I don't know, 92 or whatever it was. But I saw this for $1. I just had to get it. Superboy, the comic based on the TV show. And I don't know if anybody remembers or even paid it. Nobody noticed when they did this, at least, the people I knew actually watched the show. They changed the actors. You had one guy playing Superboy the first season, and then they just got rid of him and replaced him, and nobody noticed.
You just post that on Instagram too?
Yeah.
You did? That's where I saw it. Yeah.
Dracula, the first issue. I got a ton of Dracula. I got an Epic Collection and stuff. I've never read the first issue, so that's not the first issue. That's a reprint they did. And Batman 89 with the Flash movie coming out. I was missing 1 issue. I pre-ordered these and missed number 4. So now I have all 6 issues. This is the actual sequel that Sam Hamm, who wrote the Batman Tim Burton movie in 89, this is his script for the second movie they didn't use. his story. So this is the actual, sequel, if you will. You get Catwoman, Robin, and they have they got Lando Calrissian as Two-Face, like they wanted to. He was the mayor in the first movie. And yeah, I'm good this round. That's enough for this round. I got enough for one more round here.
All right. I guess we're up for Meyer. All right.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey.
Let's start with some books. These books I was rearranging, and I just pulled books off the shelf, and these are ones that I thought might interest you. So this is a graphic novel compilation of the Strange Tales Nick Fury stuff.
Nice.
Yep.
And the great thing about that is, at one point, there's a 4-page spread. And it's got a note from Stan Lee, saying, now you have to buy 2 copies and put them together to get all 4 pages. But having this book, you don't have to get both of those particular issues. I don't think I'm explaining that too clearly. But
can you show
That's
that
cool.
4-page spread?
I'm looking for it.
Hey, I got mine out if you want me to look for it and help you out there. Let me see.
There's a 2-page spread.
that might be it, if I remember.
Was that it? That looks like
You'll
the
just-
only one I see. Baron Strucker.
After the show, you'll find it and go, oh, there it is. Howler's looking for it, so you can move on.
Here's PS Art Books. Roy Thomas, the
Oh, man.
original Frankenstein.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
What were these called? Marvel Masterworks. This is the Atlas Battlefield. This is a great one. It's the first 11 issues of Battlefield.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, those are tough to get, man.
Yeah, I guess these are tough to get now, aren't they?
Yes.
Here's another hardback. This is a Dark Horse
Feels
hardback. It's a compilation of all the John Carter stuff that Dubois and Marsh did.
Okay.
This was all done for 4-color. I think that's where this was all originally. But another hardback. This is a good one. This is the Jesse Marsh years of Tarzan. I think this is about the first 10 issues of Dubois and Marsh.
That's nice.
Yeah, that cover looked just like the old Dell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. That's what this is. That's actually, this is a cover, I think, to what would be Tarzan number 2 or 3, I think, maybe in here.
All right.
They were all, the first 4 or 5 issues of Tarzan were in 4-color. They were Dell 4-color issues. Then here's the last one we'll look at is a Tarzan Joe Kubert years. And this is when the title went over to DC and started with the numbering of about issue number 207, I think.
Yeah, that's about right.
And this is about the first 8 or 10 of those.
Yeah, the 4-part story that Joe Kubert did, telling his origin, they need to pass that around to modern artists to show them how to tell a story. They are,
Yeah, right.
oh my
No
God,
kidding.
they're so good.
Here's a guy that missed out on last week.
Wow. Oh, look at that.
What is that glare that I keep getting? I don't know what the glare is, but it's so I got comics yesterday.
Oh, neat.
Animals from 1955. This gorilla. Here's something old that was sitting over on the shelf. It's National Comic,
Oh, cool.
like number 47.
That is great.
Has it got the Barker in it?
Yeah, it's got the Barker on the cover. That's why I got this. I love the Barker. If
Yeah.
you guys haven't read the Barker, I really recommend the Barker.
Yeah.
So it's drawn really. It's kind of in a way. It's it's not not a superhero book, but in a way it reminds me of Plastic Man. So the art is similar to Plastic Man, and the humor is similar to Plastic Man. So it's like a crime adventure story take place in a circus, and the main characters are a circus barker and then some of the freaks from the circus, a fat lady, a midget, and a strong man, if I remember right.
Yeah, I love those stories.
Yeah, they were all quality, so could have been the same writer.
Uh-oh.
Jungle Comics.
Oh,
Whoa.
Hunger.
Now you're talking.
This is Jungle Comics number. Yeah, there you go, Jambo. Number 125.
Nice
That's
one.
cool.
he's got that guy, boy.
It's kind of cool. You know, this is the only Jungle Comics I own, and it's because it doesn't have one of those covers that Jambo loves so much. This was I was able to afford this one, so that's why I have it. But it's a pretty cool cover still. There is a girl on there, and there's a gorilla, so that's the good things I like.
Yeah, right.
That's some good girl art.
He's watching Jackson.
That's pretty close. This came in the mail today. This is the third one of these new DC Silver Age graphic novels I picked up.
Ah,
This is a great one. This is all that Carmine Infantino Flash from Silver Age.
Those books are nice, man. They're just. I think I got the Suicide Squad one of those.
They're really the quality on them. I really like. Like this is a 400 page book, and it was $15.99.
Yeah,
on
Huge. That's a
Amazon.
great deal.
It's a great price. It's on the back. It says it was supposed to be $29.99, so that was almost 50% off on Amazon for this.
wow.
I got this because I really like the Silver Age Flash with Carmine Infantino, because that was the first Flash that I ever read. I had a neighbor who was like an older guy, like maybe, and I mean older guy at the time, he was like 10 years older or something. But he had bought all this Flash stuff off the rack, and it was like Flash was the only comic he read or something. And so he let me borrow all those old Flash books. And so I read all that Infantino stuff and returned it to him. And all of it was just like this. All of it was completely unbagged and just a stack of like 50 comic books, and they were all Flash.
That's a great cover.
Yeah.
This is stuff that I also just got yesterday. Nothing special, just new stuff to add to my collection. There's a lot of Charlton stuff in here that you might like, Steve.
Oh, there
Here's
you
a
go.
Korg number 1.
Yep. Nice. Pat Boyette.
Yeah, I love that Pat Boyette stuff. Josie and the Pussycats.
Cool.
That's fantastic too.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Here's another Charlton. This is Ghostly Tales from the Haunted House.
Yeah, that's a great cover.
I like how the ghostly looks like there's blood splattered on it, doesn't it?
That's
Yeah.
a good cover. And that red right in the middle, it's just great.
Yeah, it really is a great cover, and just so much depth to it. It's it's great. It's creepy. Here's the Great Kazoo.
Yeah. That's a great one.
I think that's probably pretty good now. I think that's okay.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
Would you like to see the 4-page spread real quick?
Sure. I was going to go dig up mine just to make sure, but go right ahead.
So get your Nick Fury trade. Okay. Go to page 210 and then gingerly fold it out.
Yep.
All right. Let me work with it here. It folds out and it's huge, and it
Aha,
says,
there it
"Oh
is.
darn, you have to go get another 12 cents to get the 2 pages." And this was Steranko's idea, and he had to sell it to Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Stan Lee was just like not getting it. So,
Nice.
People think he is.
at the end of this, it's got my favorite story that Steranko did with some of the art that he did, bringing in pop art into it and stuff, the day the Earth died or something. But I don't think this has the infamous page where he goes they go into the bedroom and they took the phone off the hook. So they told him they took out the phone off the hook and they put his holster in there.
Yeah.
I don't think that's in this. I'm not sure.
Okay, Myers got it too. Cool.
I didn't know that was in there, you guys.
I feel left
That was,
out.
What is that? Serendipity? I think it's called serendipity. That was total chance that this came off the shelf today. It just came off. Thought I'd show it.
See, it's what I was talking about for the show. It's like it found you. You see what I'm saying? You know,
the serendipitous.
It's just one of those very few facts that I actually knew about. So, if you take everything we know, but we'd make one formidable comic collector, wouldn't we? So.
We'd all win on Jeopardy together as a team.
Right.
Super adaptoid.
No, there you go.
Unimind.
Adaptoid.
And I guess for now we're going to head over to Jimbo.
All right.
Who was strangely absent last week.
Yes, sorry about that. I missed the show, man. I did go up to my favorite comic shop, though, Comic Book World, and I got a few books up there.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm missing that issue. I get the whole run except for that one.
Did you successfully avoid certain people, or?
The stories and art are actually like top quality in those. That's what's wild.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Not bad.
I didn't have much time, so I didn't get to do a whole lot of digging. But
y'all do know she was on an episode of the Super Friends in the 70s, don't you?
I think I remember that. Yeah, I do remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Great Mighty Samson.
And I love the Super Friend.
I think I got two of these, Micah. Do you have this one?
I've got everything but number one, and
okay.
I keep bypassing it to get other things.
I was going to say.
Now, wasn't Mighty Samson? Is that a post-apocalyptic title?
It sure is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love that floor right there. That was one of the first.
You guys remember seeing this inside the house ads?
So I learned about floor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great comic.
Every Marvel comic you opened there at one time had this comic on the inside.
What do you know?
Yeah, that run, and then a couple years later, that was some of the first Thor I read in my house right there. Still got it. Yep.
Probably attracted by the art, right?
Are you liking that one there, Eric?
Tony Zuniga, I think, did the ink on this.
Yeah. Who was the inker?
I'm trying to like filter through all this, all these droning sounds, so I can enjoy. The
only problem is the way he's swinging the hammer there. Looks kind of awkward.
Yeah, well, that's to be expected.
That's because he's going for. It's because he's going for a Viking headbutt, sir.
Oh,
you got to watch those when you're around a Viking.
Good Lord, it's easier to set off a nuke.
That was a world record for holding up a book, I think.
Well, I did get this one by mistake because I already had the copy, but I was looking for a better copy. But
that's good. That was a good series, though. It didn't get much love, but it was a good series, I thought.
Yeah,
I like the change. I like her please. So,
the Comic Book World, and I'm surprised Eric let that one go.
I'm surprised that you could get such greatness for only $3.
Who's that? Gil Kane? Oh my God! Leighton.
If it's a great cover, the odds are pretty good that it's a Kane. I mean, that's
Leighton.
And I even have more of it.
Oh, that's such a great cover. Yeah. Crimson Dynamo. And Titanium Man.
So much of it.
The figure stands expressionless, impassive and alone. Outmoved by his victory, and the seeds
Getting as bad as Eric.
Oh, yeah, they did. They had to went along and got better. Oh yeah. That's
Oh,
really
Great
wow.
comic.
That's
I
an
love
amazing
3D Man. All
Oh,
these
yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
Venus is in there. Venus, Marvel Boy, and Robot Man or something like that.
Yeah, I forgot his
I really
name.
love 3D Man.
He's just the human robot, I think. Seriously.
Okay, there you go, the human robot. What a great title, eh? Great name.
Well, it's because it's in the stack I was going to show. I looked at the cover.
Oh man, there you go.
Torbo.
Got a lot of nice books there, man.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Not the Hells Angels. Nothing to do with Altamont. Not a thing. Nothing.
This weird Wonder Woman cover.
Oh yeah, I have that one too. Love that cover.
What's she doing there anyway?
That's probably
He's
got
going to save the day.
All right, one more. I got this one cheap.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Man.
Then a tear at the top up there. But yeah, still
Jeez.
great Marie Severin.
I'm guessing you did not get that at my place because I wouldn't have let that one get past me.
I got that at Richmond, I believe. Richmond Collectibles.
That's nice.
He who strikes the Silver Surfer.
Now that's one you should hold up for a long time. Some of the things I say are just for Eric's benefit. So. And speaking of the lovely Eric, we are going to head his way.
You left out and talented. If you're gonna lie, you might as well go all out.
It's in your contract, right, Eric?
Okay, we're gonna start with books that came out today. A lovely facsimile of Batman 181.
Cool.
And Rod, if you're still here, a poem. Said a cat suffocating in Squaresville. I have moved to the wide open Airsville. 'Cause those mags from DC set me off on a spree. They are strictly from none can comparesville.
Oh, gee.
That alone is why it took Marvel another 5 years to get the market share.
Wow.
All right.
It's like Nipsey Russell.
So because it has that checkerboard, does Rod now have to grab his wallet and go get that thing?
Well, I know that's one of the few original go-go checks he doesn't have, so I'm going to say yes. Hey, here's the 5th issue of Avengers: War Across Time. Let's see. Colin Bunn series from AWA. It's actually been very good through 2 issues, called Red Zone. It was so good I missed it when it came out. And okay, here's Harper Girls. Highly recommend this series, unless you want somebody to root for, because everybody sucks in this book, but it's very good. Terry Moore's a hell of a writer. Here's I think the last issue of Batman Joker Deadly Duo. This has been surprisingly well done, and God knows there's been enough Batman series over the years. This one I think will stick. Here's
Get the trade.
our friend Joe's Dahlia in the Dark, issue 5. And speaking of Joe's, the very satisfying conclusion to Joe Fixit.
Cool.
That's what I said. I can recommend this to anybody here, old timers, jaded veterans, sick of new stuff. This is fun. And so let's step a couple of these up real quick. Some random stuff I've been reading. It's kind of taking on last week's.
Oh, there we go.
There's a photo cover of Buffy #1 from the first series.
Yeah, right.
Reports, 98.
Yes. I don't have that one.
Speaking of Terry Moore, he wrote this Lady Supreme, which I said it looked like a typical Image / whatever the hell Rob Liefeld's company was that week, but it was well written. And here's actually let's save that. There's an issue of Alan Moore's Supreme.
Yep. Oh, those are so good.
I love those. So this was the one where he finds this is Suprema, who's been kidnapped by the living galaxy.
Oh no, man! I know how it sounds, but I mean, it's
well, it was his love letter to the Silver Age.
Yeah.
So this, I mean, and she was written to be like Supergirl in those early days. Then the Zoic Tales are 14.
Man, love that stuff by Mark Schultz.
Yeah, I wish it fit in a Comic Pro line bag, but that's just me complaining. Here's an odd entry.
Oh, yeah.
Steve was a little bit crabby at this time.
Yeah, he was pretty bad. I mean, in his way of thinking about the world.
But there's some excerpts from an interview in Comics, from Comics Interview, where they've asked Gil Kane some questions about Steve Ditko. Said that they kind of had a Henry Fonda, Jimmy Stewart relationship. The first time they met, they got in a knockdown, drag out political argument, and then vowed never to speak politics again. So they were friends forever after that.
You might want to check your previews issue. Tomorrow's Publishing is putting out Working with Ditko by Jack C. Harris, a magazine, one shot or something. I got an alert on it today.
Wow.
Here's the Millennium edition of Batman or Superman 76 first meeting. This first meeting is hysterical.
Yeah.
They're booked on a cruise. It's overbooked. So they put Bruce and Clark in the same cabin, because Bruce Wayne wouldn't have the stroke to get his own cabin on a cruise ship. Yeah,
yeah, really. Like, on his own, right?
Yeah, like I said, it's I guess his money is no good here. And last but not least, I'm going to blow through these real quick. Here is Creepy #1. Yeah. One of those rare occasions where the guy said he was going to bring him back the next week, and he did. So here's volume 2.
Wow. Boys. That's something.
The paperback reproductions came out this week. Started with Creepy #1. I've been looking forward to those since like November, and then I get a chance to get 1 through. Actually, I could have gotten 1 through 20 something, but I selected to get Creepy and Eerie's 1 through 10. Here's volume 4.
Oh man.
Number 5. This is great. That's where I'm going to find time to read all these. I don't know. And honestly, I don't care. They're here.
Yeah.
It's, volume 7.
Wow. Fantastic, Eric. This is great.
Yeah, when we bought those magazines from the guy that ran the other store, I got to look through. I got to see the actual issues of. Every Creepy and every Eerie except for the ash can. And I was thinking, it was like the hardest thing was to not sit down and read all of them, but I wanted to get them done in 2022. so I wasn't able to do that, and now I guess now I can. There's volume 10. And that's all I got for this round, gentlemen.
How much are those books?
They retailed for $50. We got a great deal on them, and then the guy I worked for said anything you want out of that at cost from what I paid. So I will say off air. But it was yeah, it would, let's just say it was a hell of a deal.
At least 30% off, huh?
Oh, you can go a lot higher than that.
Okay. Great.
That's awesome.
But the reality is, yeah, there's not a whole lot of market for these. As sad as that is,
See, I would guess that's it. Like there'll be no more reprints. What's out there is out there. That's it. You know, I mean,
that's why I was surprised that
yeah.
they're starting the first 5 issues of Creepy came out today, and kind of like what Dark Horse is doing with the EC reprints, and they've got one scheduled for this later this month, and they've got another Weird Science coming out, and I'll jump on that the day it comes out. They've got to know the market is small, but it must be enough to justify printing, but it can't be much more than that.
I'd be glad that they are printing those.
Oh, I'm thrilled, because I said, I was so looking forward to that Creepy. I mean, I said, this is like, this is fall out of a window and land on a passing mattress truck. Lucky that I can just hold on to these.
Cool. Very nice. All right. I will.
Oh, did he just mute himself?
I muted myself. That's my
Keep that trick in your back pocket.
my punishment for the evening for disdaining Mr. Kane. So I'm going to take us to the year 1947.
All right.
Showed this to Meyer earlier.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, beautiful.
Great cover.
Yeah.
It's Carl Buechner artwork on the cover, but Carl Barks inside. And I highly recommend this story. Try to find it in reprint form if you can.
Yep.
Every 50 years, one little boy in this village disappears. And all of a sudden, Huey disappears. So, and of course, it explains it. But
I have that. I got that story, Micah, in a Big Little book.
Yeah.
That's exactly where I read it too. Yeah, it's so good.
Here's a little adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Take this.
Yeah.
And the good old Spectre.
Oh, yeah. Can't get wrong with those issues.
Such an all ages book.
That it is.
Yeah. More all ages book is Dead of Night.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. What a great cover.
Very cool.
And Superman Family.
Yeah.
Is Lois in the miniskirt? No, she's not. Okay.
Long slacks.
It's the only time I can stand seeing Lois laying in the corner of it.
They got Lois looking like Mary Tyler Moore right there.
So Lois is in a little white jumper here. There's Crypto. There's your back cover. And pay attention, Jambo.
Is that the Guardian? Oh, the Guardian.
Hanging in a tub.
Kicking Jaws' butt.
Man, Nightwing, Flamebird,
What number was that
Guardian.
one, Mike?
That's good stuff.
Oh, there goes my eyes. 193. That was
All right.
better than I thought I would be.
Very cool.
Well, you get to be an old fossil like me. Here's 186. So if you want looking for a Lois cover,
Good one.
She's dressed like Talia. No. She lost a button in the ruckus.
and you won't be expecting the unexpected.
Oh, what a great cover that is.
Yeah, that's nice.
Man, that 50s technology is so great. Robot programming.
And it all came true.
Yes. Look at the future.
So here's a little Dell for you.
I don't fucking know.
In
Where
the
the
doghouse or the clubhouse?
Well, the way the housing market's going now, this will be a good fixer-upper for people. And here's some Lone Ranger, one of the all-time greatest trademark logo, the black mask.
Yeah. Love those painted covers like we all do.
Yeah, they were going upstairs to look at their old comics. And usually Lassie had painted covers, but that almost looks like a photograph. And maybe it is, but
I think it was that paint by numbers for the artist. You know, he got it in the, you know, the 5 and dime back then. The paint, you know.
There's the old juicy fruit safety ad. I think that's Joe Biden on the left there. Some of you won't get that. Huh? It's a shame. All right.
That's cool.
And this is Tricks, I think, before the rabbit.
Oh, wow. I never knew they didn't exist without the rabbit. That's cool.
I didn't know that it was grown on trees. Apparently there's a Tricks tree, and
Yeah.
The rabbit.
And
Oh, cool.
Is it a seal or is it a kangaroo? What is it?
Kangaroo seal. He's got caramel overflowing out of his pouch. Looks delicious.
And you guys probably already have the latest issue of Monster Bash. I'm getting hooked on these. So, and I got this from Gotham City. And if you watch the Groucho Orlov show, Kevin from Gotham City came on, and one of the backs to the Dell comics had this car. And I think Mr. Orloff talked him into making copies of those. And so he sent me one. But I decided to go ahead and scan it. And I wanted the car to be blue. So I made it bigger. And I have yet to put it together, but I tried to touch up the boys there.
Very cool.
So
That's awesome.
I'll let you know how it works. They recommend you use thimbles for the wheels and so. But
Okay, yeah.
and that's it. So is anybody in a hurry, like Captain or Meyer or?
No, I can. I got some stuff I can show. I'm not in a hurry unless somebody else wants to go.
I gave it a second. No one spoke up, so here we go.
Okay. Well, I got something here for Jambo. I don't know if I showed this before, but here's Jumbo 164.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Well,
Wow. Those are harder to, well, they're more expensive than some of the other ones.
Yeah, this one's in pretty good shape. I must have got this a while ago, though, but
Nice.
and this I know I showed either on my channel or maybe it was here on Graphic Man, but it's another one for you.
Oh, great one.
Weird Jungle Fantasy. Actually, it's Harvey Comic Hits.
Mm-hmm.
It's like three different titles: Harvey Comic Hits, Weird Jungle Fantasy, and Phantom.
So the Phantom's the only is more stories in there than just the Phantom.
There's two complete stories.
Okay,
With the Phantom in it, yeah.
that's nice.
And then I got I got something for I wanted to show Meyer this. I talked about this. These are the motorific boats. I got inspired to buy this from some of the ones that he showed he had in his collection.
which one is that, Hans? That's a great one. That's the yacht, right?
I think that's God, man,
These are so cool, man.
So there was I think that's what it is.
There were 6, so there's 6 different versions of these models. I have one that's different than Hans, and mine is in great shape too. So they're out there somewhere. and they were
Yeah.
made to be stackable, so you can stack them on top of each other and make like a little, little wall of them. They are amazing. These are really cool little toys that are, I mean, they're pretty affordable, right, Hans? Like I got one, and you
Yeah, I
got one
didn't pay
after
that
you.
much for this.
Yeah,
I paid. I can't
they're up.
even get it out of the box now, but I think $30 I paid for this. But yeah, it's pretty nice. I wish I can get it out of the box, but I can't. But I had it out of the box, and I put batteries in it. It worked. And,
Are they versions of famous boats? Or are they just cool models?
These were they advertised these in the comic books back in the '60s, and on TV on Saturday mornings when they had the cartoons on. And I always wanted one, but I couldn't afford it. It was either I buy one of these or my Aurora models and comic books, and I just never had one. But now that I have one, I can take my spring bath and play with my boat.
They're not famous boats, Jambo. They're just they're kind of like examples of different styles of boats. Like the one I have is a tugboat. That one that Hans has is a yacht. There's another one that's like a tiered, like a 2-level fishing boat, like a marlin fishing boat. And
so I'm not going to find the SS Minnow or something like that out there.
Now I know why you're wearing that captain's hat. I got you. Yeah.
They had the motorific trucks too, and cars, I think, didn't they?
Yeah, and then the robots, the motor that comes with the boats is interchangeable with like about 4 different motorific style vehicles that they put out at that time.
That was
it was a great
cool
concept. Yeah,
pretty cool.
So you could take that little motor and put it in a car, and it'll make a car go. You could put it in a robot and make a robot go. It's really cool.
And here's something for Eric. Eli Katz. Where
That's a great one.
Number 4 from 1973.
It's really understated elegance there.
Then Werewolf by Night, number 11. Another one for Eric here.
I love that cover.
Yeah, I love the transformation.
And this, I don't think I've ever seen anybody else show this, but the Island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh no, that's cool.
Yeah,
those are great. Those are great runs of comics.
Yeah, and that's an awesome cover too, man.
Yeah, Eli Katz, alias a name that we won't mention. And another Werewolf by Night, number 11. This is a great cover. I love this cover. Just fantastic.
Yeah, don't jump, little girl.
And let's see what else I got here. Since I'm on the little kind of kick here with little Audrey and stuff, I have little Lulu over here. She's just in love with Tubby here.
Yeah, I was trying to think of his name. It is Tubby, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at the wheels.
Yeah, he just flattened the wheels on this one. It's just kind of a weird, bizarre cover, but
in that first little Lulu you just showed where he's blowing the bubbles, he looks like Richie Rich's dad.
She does?
Oh no, Tubby.
Oh, yeah, smoking the pipe kind of, yeah. And this is back to Harvey here. Where did this come from? I didn't even know they had this in this pile. It's Casper 17.
Nice. Wow.
This is a pretty nice cover. This is one that I would put on a wall.
Sure.
One of my comic walls. And then back to the little stuff, Little Monsters.
Excellent.
Number 12. I think this is the only issue that I was able to find, but I think I probably have more, but
yeah.
That's such a great cover.
And let's see. Oh, here's Little Dot and Dot Land. Well, must be having a New Year's party there. Little Dot taking a bath. Look at all the bubbles that are dots. This is kind of weird. It makes me think that she might have psychological problems because she's seeing circles that are in the snowflakes. I mean,
It's Jean Grey as a kid.
and this is not very little. It's Stumbo the Giant from Tiny Town. It's number 4 from 1964.
Wow.
This is the same year, 1964, that I actually I purchased my first non-Harvey comic, which was that Amazing Spider-Man number 14. Because a friend of mine, John McWayne, introduced me to other stuff besides Harvey. You know. This I'm pretty sure I know. I showed. This is Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
I thought it was Martian Manhunter there for a minute when you first lifted up.
Yeah,
I saw the green and the red.
it's got.
It made me think of Martian Manhunter for some reason. Even though he wears blue, it made me think about him. I don't know why.
I didn't show. Yeah, because I was speeding it up there when I showed it. This is. It has little Jinx in it. A story with little Jinx.
Oh wow!
And I got the original art for this page right here.
Oh, that's cool.
I think I got it around here somewhere. What do I do with it? I think I do. Well, I don't know where it is, but it's around here someplace. I can show that when I find it. I'll show it. But that's all I got right here for now.
Good stuff,
Awesome.
especially jungle stuff.
All right. You ready to go, Howler?
Sure, we'll do this. All right, so I'm getting a kick out of these. I'm finding these everywhere, still bagged and everything like that. But I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to get all the Kirby stuff from Topps Comics from the '90s. I'm just falling backwards into it with their trading cards, and I still like the old school trading cards, you know. And then, yeah. So I grabbed these. They were like right beside me. There's number 6.
Somebody just got brained.
Yeah.
Number 2 with a fantastic cover.
That's
Number
cool.
7, a bear
Great
in the jungles. I don't know, man. I'm sure you know.
There's a tigers and bears.
He's visiting relatives.
Number 3, and this is one of the few times I wish they didn't have Hubert covers because the guy drawing them inside was fantastic. And a second one, yeah, that's why I don't have the full run. I keep buying some doubles. I've got probably, except for number 1, I've got all of these doubled, not the full run yet. So you gotta do that. Found this I think I found this in a dollar box. It's the Neil Adams variant of All-Star Superman. This is the one everybody's going, well, not everybody, but the people who don't hate James Gunn, this is the one they're trying to get. The number 1 variant to the All-Star Superman miniseries. Let's see if I can keep this straight. And these are out because, like I said, I'm rearranging everything. So they're not really in order, but I've got Star Trek The Next Generation meets Doctor Who. Crossover. That's the Borg ship. It just depends how you're in there and everything. You got Matt Smith. And then what's very cool about it is they have a flashback story where we get our Tom Baker, my favorite Doctor Who, meets the original, with the original Cybermen as well. Yeah. Picard and Matt Smith meeting. Okay. And it's a really fun story, but they made sure to it's kind of sterile because they made sure not to mess up either franchise. So this is interesting. I got this one miniseries. I remember reading it. I had them all, and I was missing a number 1. So I got on eBay, and I'm like, I'm just going to replace it, right? So I get this, and I open it up, and it turns out that this is volume 2, number 1. This got 2 miniseries. So there's Star Trek and Green Lantern meet Stranger Worlds. Okay. And here's the original one this is the one I had, the Spectrum War. So this was just for fun, and I'd already pre-ordered them before I realized this was like the J.J. Abrams reboot Star Trek. But what are you going to do? You know, brought in the Black Lanterns and Spock versus, it's just fun.
That's neat.
And they all have like multiple covers, so that also didn't help. What we got in here? Then we have Star Trek and the Planet of the Apes. So
Wow.
this was fun. I mean, this was fun. This is yeah, here we go. I mean, check out this cover.
That looks like it's like a coloring book cover from the 70s.
Yeah. These also have, multiple covers and stuff, but I was so in, man, Charlton Heston and William Shatner visit New York. That's probably how it would go down in real life right there. And then we got a George Perez cover.
I've never seen any of these. These are cool.
And then this was my favorite, and I think I am missing an issue of this. I can't remember if this was 5, 6 issues or something. There was odd numbers, but these aren't in order of the miniseries. But Tarzan on the Planet of the Apes.
Wow.
Well, that makes sense.
Have you read most of those, Howler?
Yeah, as they came out, as I got.
How were they? Which ones were the best?
I actually enjoyed the Star Trek and the Planet of the Apes.
Right.
This is kind of wordy and a little bit slow, and I don't know if that's by design. Okay, you follow me? Like the first issue was like a lot of information, had a lot of slow moments. I'm trying to think what year these came out to let you know how long ago I read them. But the art's fantastic. Tim Seeley did a great job in these.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah. But like I said, they read like old Gold Key, if that makes any sense. Like they're kind of a little bit bland, a little bit sterile, but they can't really mess up the franchises. That's how I've rationalized it. But if you're a fan of this stuff, it's just fun, And man, if I could get this as a poster without the logo on there, I would. I don't know if it's showing up, but it's Tarzan's just sitting in a tree with a bunch of the Planet of the Apes. I mean, I would take one whole wall and just have this be a mural,
Yeah, I'm gonna look just for that cover now. I'm gonna look for it. That looks fun.
And we'll just throw this out there, just randomly on my taste.
I love that run.
Nice.
Marvel Premiere. Some of this stuff I may or may not have shown before, but The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Plug. I'll get that all day long. This might be my second or third copy, man. I grab Plug stuff all the time. And I actually read Tom Sawyer when I was a kid. And then a few Nam. I got the first 2 or 3 issues signed by Mike Golden when he was still on it. And man, there's an interest in these like people who actually read and want the war comics. Nam around here in this area is really, people are really digging for them, and they're not taught. They don't want the Frank Castle ones, I've got that Star Trek X-Men right over here somewhere. Yeah. And this is it right here on the stack. I've had this forever, and I ended up putting it in a box and never got around to reading it. Legends 80-page giant, and I know Dead Man and Metal Men are all cool and stuff, but I will read Challengers of the Unknown all day long.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. It's a Metal Man. That's neat.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah. It's also got the Legion and Mr. Miracle in it. I just noticed. I kept this just because of the cover. Why the Last Man? I actually have a short box where I just keep like some of the covers. Like one day I need to frame and hang up or something. But yeah, this does not happen in the book. And I'm pretty sure I've showed these before, but I now have 2 sets of the Masterwork. The Shining Knight.
Beautiful.
Great stuff. Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah. And then I thought I had 2 issues of this. I may still haven't found it. But I absolutely love the frog story in here with the Bernie Wrightston art. So EC. You can just tell Bernie grew up reading EC comics when you read this one. Yeah. And then I think I found all of these Daredevil books for, I think I might have paid $5 for all of these. I already have them all, but the Frank Miller story, and I got a short box full of Daredevil.
Oh,
This is Charles Best cover. Yeah, I actually have this one signed by him. I had to get another one because he smeared ink all over the other one. And I absolutely loved this Daredevil. Rick Leonardi, I think that's right. Artwork in this one. It was a 2-part story. He had skateboarders in it and everything. And when I was like 15 or something reading this, I was like, "This is awesome." I need to go to New York. And then Typhoid Mary, I absolutely loved her when she started. And John Romita Jr. based her hair and her look. The reason she looks like she's like I don't know. I've never been to New York, but I'm picturing this is how women up in Long Island or something look. He based Typhoid Mary on his wife, so she really had the hair, the '80s curly hair and stuff. Looked like Peggy Bundy. To me, she was like Peggy Bundy as a bad guy. Yeah. And that is it, guys. So.
All right.
All right. Very good stuff.
Very cool.
All right, Steve, you ready?
I'm ready to roll. All right. Before I get into the book, I just got a message. Baltimore this year at Baltimore Comic Con is having first comics from the '80s, a reunion of creators from first comics from the '80s.
Oh,
yeah!
Nice.
They have Howard Chaykin, Michael Grell, Joe Staten, Steve Rude, Wheatley, and Mark Hempel, and one I can't remember the other person.
Mike Barron.
I can't remember. The message came up under Baltimore. I can't remember. It might be Mike Barron. I can't remember. But they're having a first, which I think is very, very cool. It shows you how Baltimore sets their mindset on the con. But yeah, they're having a first reunion, which I think is going to be kind of cool. Onward to more Justice League is 56, which is such a great cover.
Wow. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And you got my man, Mr. Terrific, there in the fray. And First Red Tornado in the Silver Age. Number 64. And one of my all-time faves is Vigilante.
Yep.
This is one of the reasons I picked this up, because he's in this, and this is number 78.
Bill Willingham? No. He was at. Never mind. Sorry.
Did I say Mike Grell on the first stuff? I think Mike Grell was the other person, if I didn't mention him.
You did.
Okay. All right. I'm just trying to think of the other person. Cool date stamp. I was born June 17th, 1966. This is June 16th, 1970. But not yet up to speed on my comic book recognition, so I never bought this one until I was a little bit older.
And it's a white cover, man. That looks it looks so clean.
Great stuff. And number 83. Again, I don't know date stamp. There's some type of stamp on there. But it's such a great cover, man.
Mm-hmm.
I summon a dead man to save the life of Earth. And who it is our boy the Spectre. All source reissue, which is phenomenal. Spouse, great character, great villain, and awesome stuff there. Got some Solomon Grundy action.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so good.
Number 101. Sandman there at the bottom, looking all cool in his fedora.
Yeah.
John Hand cover.
A nice cover on 102. And one of everyone's faves, number 107.
Yep. I'm trying to think if that's still the Lean Ween years. Lean Ween.
Yeah, I think so. The sensational return of 6 Golden Age greats. Awesome. You don't see that stuff, man. It's just, this is another classic.
Yep.
Classic cover and classic issue all around. Going to finish off with a few hundred pagers, 111. Got the Shadow Thief, which is one of my favorites.
That is absolutely one of my favorite issues. I think that's got the Crime Syndicate story, two-parter reprinted in the back of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Libra was awesome in it. Yeah.
number 115. That's This Society fights a mysterious movie land menace, the evil star over Hollywood. That's the feature at the bottom.
Crap, I don't think I got that one.
Can't go wrong with the 100-pagers.
No. And then 124 is my last book for the night.
That cover kills me because it looks like it's been in the sun. You know, it looks like it's been
Yeah,
bleached in the
yeah.
sun, and that's how it is. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, because it does look that way. But it's such good stuff. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate the attention and the comments.
Hey, Steve, you thinking about Frank Bruner, maybe?
No, it wasn't Frank Bruner. Maybe I
Jim
named them all.
Starlin?
Maybe I named them all.
John Ostrander?
What about Jim Starlin?
Jim Starlin will be in Baltimore.
Tim
He always
Truman?
makes an appearance.
Tim Truman?
No, it wasn't Tim Truman. He sometimes comes. He's like every other year, it seems like. I might just mention everybody. I'm gonna look.
I agree, Snuffles. And while we're waiting for that, just want to remind everybody to remember Saturday, check out Shannon and Dr. Silver Age. And don't forget to check out all these fine fossils and go to their YouTube channels and subscribe to them.
Yeah, it's just the ones I mentioned. Chaikin, Grell, Mark Hempel, Steve Rude, Wheatley, Staten are going to be featured for the reunion for the first comic strip.
Joe Staten, he's got to be getting up there in his age too now.
Oh yeah, he still got it, man.
Yeah.
He still got it. I messed my line up. Oh well.
Yeah, I did find that piece of original art if you want me to show it.
All right. And then we'll head over to Meyer after that.
Okay, here's that page again.
Right.
And what the hell? Don't tell me I lost it again now. Jesus Christ, man, I just had it.
It's got to be a big piece. They do twice up artwork
Yeah,
then, right?
I keep putting it in between boxes and in between this. I don't know. Anyway, there it is.
Oh, there you go. That was great.
So, and I was lucky to find this. It was only $30. That's all I paid for this. Wow. It's
Very
like
cool.
I think that was a steal for this piece of art. But anyway,
One of one, man. That's as rare as you can get.
yeah.
All right. Looks good. Okay, we're going to go to Meyer.
Hey, let's start with this is an advertisement for that motorific boat that
Oh yeah.
Captain showed earlier. So these were here's the boats. There's 5, not 6. I was incorrect. So this advertisement was heavily in all the DC titles, probably about 1964, 1965, right around there. There were lots of different ads, and there were TV ads. The boats work really well. Like even to this day, they work really well. I think the one that Hans has is this bottom one, this one right here. It's called King of the Sea Cabin Cruiser. The one that I have is called the Atlas Harbor Tug, and here it is. Let's look at it. But one of the cool things about these is, like I said, they're stackable.
Yeah.
They're kind of tough to open up. But the bases that they're on looks like the sea, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that neat the way they sit in? And they sit in perfectly. Look.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Mine says on the bottom 1967.
Okay, let's see what mine says on the bottom. Mine says 65 on the bottom.
Oh, okay. So you got a real early one.
They must have just kept making them. But really
That's
high
neat.
quality stuff. Really
Yeah.
neat little boat.
A lot of nice
It's like the
detail.
battery is dead in mine.
A
And
lot
I
of
think
nice
I paid 40. I think I paid 40 for this, and it's like new. And like Hans paid 30 for his. It's like new. So these are out there still. If you're
Wow.
interested, I guess. Not real expensive. This is something new that I picked up. This is one of these new Archie compilations. Betty and Veronica Decades. It's the 60s. These are kind of small. It's like 5 by 7 or something.
Oh, that's a nice little way to read it, though. It's not big and cumbersome. Very nice.
It reminds me of manga. It's mid-sized. It's between digest and a regular comic.
Yeah, that's a nice little read.
The reproductions are really nice. It's nice, and it's all the best stuff from the 60s.
Very cool.
It's just a stack of stuff, like a reading stack, stuff that's in no order that was ready to be read. It's those DC specials from the 70s. Remember these?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Classic.
Yeah. All these great reprints.
Yeah.
Secret Origins of Supervillain.
Those are fun. Yeah.
This whole one is Sergio Aragonis, and it's stuff like plot type stuff. It's in here.
Uh-huh.
There's a great one where Superboy is punching out Bigfoot on the cover. And then they did this. I forget what this is called. Eric might remember. I think it's called like the DC Special Series or something. But what they did is at one time they were reprinting other stuff in between, but they devoted this title for about 4 or 5 issues to reprinting all of the original Bernie Wright's and Swamp Thing stuff in order. And each one has like 2 or 3 issues in it.
Yeah, I got Bernie Wrightson signed that very one for me. I might have a second one he signed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Really? Oh, that's great. That's great that you have that.
the rest of the series was original material, but then there was a Swamp Thing reprints, which was kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Those reprints are actually fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, these were the dollar comics. I think, they're probably 80 pages or something. 68 pages or something like that.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, nice.
Superheroes War Against the Monsters.
Man, I'm gonna dig mine out later. Yeah.
Son of Satan. A lot of Gil Kane at this time period. This guy, he was doing a lot of these covers in the 70s. Some of these are great. Beautiful stuff. Just satanic issue after satanic issue. Hard to even figure out what Marvel was thinking at this point. It had to be, part of the popularity of The Exorcist and The Omen and stuff, right?
Yeah.
There's the first one, I think.
I gotta go here in a minute.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I think they finally made him a villain. It just took them 45 years, to figure it out. Son of Satan's a bad guy? Really? No, Paladin.
When I was a kid, I was really into Marvel Premiere. So this was a title that I was buying every month and trying not to miss an issue. Because even at 12 years old, I was thinking I was some sort of early speculator. And I was thinking, okay, this is the title where it's something big is going to hit. And Seeker 3000 is a blockbuster movie. I've got the first issue.
There you go.
And Torpedo becomes more popular than Spider-Man. I've got his first appearance. this Weird World stuff was kind of fun. They did
Yeah.
that super special, the color super special. They were beautifully drawn. Maybe Mike Plug was in here or something, wasn't he? Who did this?
I've got the trade and I've got those specials. Mike Plug, I think he did that one, and then or something. Mike Plug was attached to it. Then one of the trades or something explains why he left. John Buscema came in. Very Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
very Lord of the Rings.
And then here's that 3D man we were talking about earlier that I really enjoyed. This was like a 3-issue story arc in Marvel Premiere that was really entertaining. Probably really affordable too, if you guys haven't read this yet.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what they were talking about in the comments. I think maybe Jackson Roykirk or Lead Paint brought it up. This is the story that's like the first appearance of the Skrulls, I think. Is that right?
The Skrulls?
Yeah,
Chronologically, not.
Yeah, retconned.
Yeah,
in
the 50s.
Yeah, it's a retcon story that takes place in like 1976, but I mean, it's a retcon like historical story.
Kind of like Dr. Droom.
And I'm still waiting for Wood God. I think this is going to be huge when the MCU grabs a hold of Wood God and we make this like maybe Whoopi Goldberg. Could we call it Whoop God instead of Wood God?
Mm-hmm. That was a good story though. I like Wood God. I like that story.
Yeah,
it is a good story. I enjoyed it too. I wished it would have kept going.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he went to the Scream for good.
See, I wanted Pip the Troll versus Wood God to go down. I was waiting for that issue.
Wood God versus Groot.
Wood God.
Yeah, I bought this off the stand. This would have been the first issue of Marvel Premiere that I ever bought, and this is another one of those comics that was in my collection for years and years, and got beat up and loaned to friends and next door neighbors, and just somehow it always survived and made it back, and then it ended up being valuable.
So you're speculating paid off.
Yeah, this was before the speculating. See, I mean, this is number 15. So I bought this off the stand before I was at a comic shop. I bought this at a grocery store, and then all these other Marvel premieres that came later, I got these from a comic shop when I moved to the city, so that I had the ability to never miss an issue again. But it was just sheer luck that this happened to be in Safeway that day. Nobody cared about Iron Fist, really, I guess, at this time.
Who did that cover?
Yeah, it's a great cover. Who is this? Who did this cover?
Somebody great.
It's stupendous. Whoever did it.
Fact.
Yes. Another big speculation title.
Right.
Since you're going to leave me here, this is a Tomb of Dracula #1. I can remember when this first came out, I bought 2 of these because it was #1. I was thinking when I was 12 and 13, I was thinking anytime a first issue comes out, you're going to buy 2. And who knows, right? So this was $1.25, and it's probably in still mint condition. So I have another one the same. So I mean, maybe it's $10 now. I don't know. I would never sell it anyway. So now here's how I justify it all. The reason why I need 2 of everything is because I have 2 sons. Everything in this whole house is going to go to them eventually, not even that far in the future, right? So I need 2 of everything just so that they won't have to argue about these issues of Tomb of Dracula. That's it.
Okay.
Good stuff, man.
Nice stuff.
All right, I'm hopping out, man. Good to see everybody tonight.
Okay,
man.
Heller.
All right,
Tim.
man. Good to see you. Take care.
Take care, buddy.
Yeah, Meyer, I missed the torpedo on that Marvel premiere. I never saw those. And then all of a sudden, I was a faithful ROM reader. And all of a sudden, he shows up in ROM, and like, man, everybody acts like they should know who this guy is. I had no idea.
I'm telling you, these Marvel premiere stuffs, a lot of it is really good. Like Steve was saying, Wood is really good. So many of them, you would read one issue, and then you would be so disappointed that it would never get picked up or continued.
Absolutely. Absolutely agree.
Yeah, okay. I guess we'll head over to Jambo.
All right. I was trying to straighten up the comic room the other day, and I came across these. And
Oh, man.
Romper Room on them. And I don't know where they came from. I think they came in a package. And somebody used a backing board or something. but they were
Did you guys
originally.
watch Romper Room? Did you guys have Romper Room where you lived?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember Romper
yeah.
Room.
I had, yeah, we had that here.
I see Timmy. Isn't that the one where she sees Timmy and Johnny?
Yes.
With the
Yeah.
mirror.
The magic
The magic
mirror.
mirror.
Back mirror.
Yeah. Magic mirror, help me, tell me who. She said there was a rhyme that she had, right? Magic mirror, tell me who. Yeah.
And get the
So I think
brainy
it was
out.
regional. I think the girl was specific to whatever major city that you were living in.
Right.
So I think we all had different Romper Room hosts.
First appearance of Poison Ivy there.
Yeah, that was that one. Is that the same facsimile? That,
Yeah, it was
that
a
we had?
facsimile.
Oh, I thought it was the real deal.
Nah, I seen the real deal, and I didn't want to pay the money
that's
for
a
it.
good
So I just got
cover.
a facsimile.
That's great.
Yeah, some JLA, some later JLA. They
There it
seem
is,
so
Romper
happy.
Bumper
This must
Stomper
be
Boot.
before
Tell
the
me, tell
movie,
me,
I
tell me.
guess.
That's
Thank
a
you.
nice cover.
That was Disney.
I like the colors on that cover. They
Yeah,
pop.
this was $1, so I got it.
Oh wow, Juggernaut.
Yeah,
Juggernaut's a cool villain.
he is. I had a beat up cap I got for $1. Had Nightshade on it, so
Mm-hmm.
some nice Kirby crackle up there at the top.
Yep.
I just remembered that B on that card is Doobie. His name was Doobie from Romper Room. Be a doobie, don't be
You're
a
right, Doobie. Yeah.
Well, that's a nice bone
Oh,
rock.
ironic. That's number 3. Bullwinkle. Had the whole gang. This next one, I already had it, but it was only $2, and I thought I might pass it on to somebody else. But some kid drew on it, and then somebody tried to erase it. But I guess they liked Conan because he said Conan the Great.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a keeper, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Conan the Great.
And they did some artwork inside too. So
Yeah, that's a keeper.
found that one, Eric.
Oh man.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That poor kid trying to help her out, crying.
The helper.
Butts right in his
He's
face.
got a good view though. I mean,
Yeah, he sure does.
I don't know what that is. Is he melting the asphalt? I don't know.
Something, or it's grabbing her or something. She's quicksand or something like that.
Yeah, I think Micah showed this one before.
No, I don't have that one.
That's a great cover again.
Yeah.
I love all those Strange Adventure covers. Just don't see stuff like that today. You just don't.
No. That's it, Micah.
Okay. Well, you're about to bump into poor Betty there. All right.
Part's too big.
I guess we'll go to Eric Breen.
well, we're gonna finish off with the rest of the stuff from that Dayton trip last month. Start with Superboy 122. It's too bad Rod checked out because this has his trifecta.
Wow.
Square bound and go-go checks. Forgot what the third one was. Here's Lois Lane, number 38.
Oh, geez. He's in a predicament there.
Here's 107.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the ones with I love the thorn, the rose and the thorn backup.
Yeah.
Actually, the Lois Lanes at this time were better Superman books than Superman.
That's a good point.
And then
That's great.
by this time, they really weren't, but I digress.
Is that an action figure she's holding in her hand? That's cool. Like a toy?
I guess so. Here's Tarzan 151.
Great cover.
Yeah, that's something.
I love that this period where Gold Key, they're like wider than a regular comic book still at this point, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah. Many
they have
times you'll still use a Golden Age bag on them.
Well, they all were
They'll have
at this
pinups
time.
on
But
yeah, they're great, really cool, and really affordable. I mean, this stuff's cheap
Yeah.
still to this day. It really is.
yeah, a lot of these were $1. 174.
Yeah.
There's Russ Manning art in
175.
On the interior, Russ Manning, yeah.
yes, it's on the inside. You get Russ Manning
Yeah.
and Jeffrey Marsh.
192.
Hang in there, Eric. We're going to bring in Spinner Rack, but I'm going right back to you.
Howdy, Dave.
Hello.
Hey, Spinner.
198.
Good one.
Excellent.
Man, great books.
You look to the end right here.
201.
Wow.
Yeah, these are, I mean, they're not in the best shape in the world, but I don't care. Here's 237.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, the story's complete.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, me too. As long as the cover's not falling off and there's nothing's missing on the inside, I'm fine with it.
Oh, that cover.
It's a great cover again.
And 254.
Hmm.
It's on to Tom and Jerry.
Haha.
142.
Great.
Like I said, this trip wouldn't have been nearly as good if we weren't doing this show, because I don't know that Tom and Jerry's would have caught my eye 2 years ago, and boy, they sure did last month.
Awesome.
Isn't that interesting? Cool.
Yeah.
It is. It's great.
Here's 182. If I hold it like that, there's,
Perfect.
yeah.
Ooh. That's
Hey,
horrible.
$1.
Oh, yeah.
That's
live
good.
with that.
That's
a
very
good
good.
one.
183. Brief side trip to the Twilight Zone, number 50.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Let's see, an issue of Unexpected.
Hmm.
Yes.
And I know you guys are thinking, what is missing from his presentation tonight? Don't worry. For the
Secret
romantic
Love?
and all of us, I got
Love
you
Diary?
covered.
Young Love. Young Love.
There
we go.
Excellent.
Something none of us will ever experience again.
We better not.
And Silver Age
Ooh,
approved.
that's some trouble now, wouldn't it, Mike?
That was great. man. That is great.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure this is a Gene Colan cover, I believe.
You really got me started on these romance comics. I swear, man. I'm looking for them all the time now.
Let's see a couple other ones here real quick. Beyond the Grave.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Bugs Bunny's life story.
No.
Excellent.
That's a nice one.
The best of Bugs Bunny.
Nothing but the best.
Giant, right? Yep.
And I guess this is rather anticlimactic, depending.
Oh,
Close with Dagar the Invincible, number 10.
Oh, neat.
look at that. Is that a gargoyle? Yeah.
I believe
Gargoyle.
so. And
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Is that art? Is that artist? His name was Jesse Santos. Is that correct? The guy that does the interiors, or
On the interior, yeah. The exterior is George Wilson.
okay? So the interiors is this guy Jesse Santos, who has that really odd style, right? That looks like the painting on the outside of a van. Looks like the. What it always reminded me of. It reminded me like the painting on the outside of like a custom Chevy van or something.
I always thought that was Frank Frazetta or Ken Kelly. Yeah,
Ken Kelly suits that. Yeah.
But those Dagars aren't bad. I have a few of them that I bought when they came out because it was all that was on the rack. So
they're actually good stories too. I mean, I never caught my eye for 58, 59 years, and now I said if I see one, I get it.
Oh yeah.
That with the Trag.
Trag.
Yeah. There was 9 issues of Trag. Yeah.
Yeah, same artist too, right? Right.
Yeah,
Mike,
I believe so. About the same period, really.
Eric, on those young loves, I unfortunately never experienced that young love, even when I was young. I just wasn't as handsome as those guys in those comic books.
If we'd only had somebody drawing us, it could have made us.
And we do welcome Spinner Rack, and we want to go to him right now because
I just got home and I looked at the clock and I asked my wife. I said, "Well, should I go up real quick?" She said, "Yeah." So I'll do one quick round here. I showed this on Instagram. This is Life with Archie number 41.
That is great.
Its claim to fame, it's a super duper key, is it supposedly is the first appearance of Godzilla in the comic book.
Whoa. And kind of a Mothra almost.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I saw this at my local store, and I thought, well, I got to have it. All right, so this is FF36.
Yeah.
The first appearance of the Frightful Four. And the thing I kind of wondered about this comic on Medusa, exactly what is her hair hooked up to?
Yeah. What's the thing doing?
So and what an odd bunch the four.
Yeah.
And what is that? Paste Pot Pete or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah. Not quite sure how they became the Triple Four, but anyway. And here's another Archie. This is issue 27.
That's wonderful.
This will probably go in my Halloween box. Well, not probably, it will. And then I posted this to Instagram also, and I think I said something like, it wasn't only DC that had gorillas and apes on their covers.
That's right.
And here is a Rawhide Kid about ready to get thrown to the ground. What a crazy cover.
If you look at that closely, if he were in that building, his head would just be through the roof.
Yeah.
What that's saying.
Yeah. Not quite the scale, is it? All right.
Hang in there, Dave. We're bringing Jambo back in. He fell off the planet real quick. So.
That's about what happened.
All right. So here's some Wyatt Earp I'm going to show several copies of. This is, did I write down Jack Kirby cover?
I can never find those. Those are great.
Let's see if I can read this here. John Severin, 1957 cover.
That's nice.
Yeah, I think there was only like 5 or 6 issues.
I think there's more than that, maybe. John Severin, 57 again. This is issue number 11.
Oh, goodness.
I assume there's an issue number 1, but I don't know. It could have been one of those that started with the new,
Those are all the Atlas issues. I think there was another company that published.
Yeah, This is issue number 20.
Man, look how white that cover is. Jeez.
Yeah.
There were some a few months ago on eBay that were kind of in the very fine, near mint category. I bid on each and every one of them and got my ass handed to me. They really went for a high price.
Yeah.
See, this is what, 28? And, interesting. Can you guess from 1960. Can you guess who the artist was?
1960.
And I'll give you a hint. Well known for his Sea Devil covers.
Russ Heath.
Yeah, Russ.
I was going to say Russ Heath. I really was, because the guy looks very much Russ Heath to me, the writer. Yeah. Very, man, these are nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think this was a John Sedgman cover. Yeah, 1956.
Man. Every time I see those, they're just tattered crap, or they're very, very expensive.
You're right, Spinner. It says that there's 34 of those white herbs.
34?
Yeah.
Now, somebody showed this a while back, and I was taken by it, so I had to buy my own copy. I don't know which one of us showed it, but
very nice.
I don't know, but the girl's hot.
Yeah.
But on bump, you'll be here all night. I know.
All right, and Steve, here's one for you.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
Man, that's beautiful. I just hate that big blurb, win 8,000 prizes, just ruins the composition of that cover. So many did that too.
And then I'll end with one of the weaker, earlier FF covers, or at least I think most people would consider it weaker.
Still a good one.
Yeah.
The 24.
Wow,
I love it.
Man.
That's a pretty book, man.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, well, that's
very good.
Great stuff, Dave. Thank you.
Yeah, very nice.
Well, I don't have anything else scheduled, so you guys have anything?
I have comic news.
Yes, go right ahead.
You hear that an announcement was made today that will save the new comics industry without a doubt.
It's
I
not about
sense
the thing, is
sarcasm
it?
there.
Whoopi Goldberg is, I believe, partnering with Dark Horse Comics to do a book about a postmenopausal old black woman that looks conspicuously like her that saves the world.
You gotta be kidding me.
I am not making that up.
It's going to be great.
Dear Lord.
She's
Is
going
she
to do what
writing
Keanu Reeves set out to do. She's going to really fix the whole industry.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure these will just blow Berserker sales away.
Yes,
She's
that's what I
writing
think.
So that's almost as bad as what I heard that Mila Kunis is going to be the thing.
Yeah, but that was obviously just internet put that out there to get tongues wagging. This is for real.
That's just absurd.
I mean, that's you
Who's
think
gonna buy that?
You would think that after IDW loses millions and lays off 40% of their staff and literally falls off of the stock exchange, that people would go, yeah, maybe we should start making smarter decisions. But no.
Is Mike Richardson still in charge of Dark Horse?
If he is, he won't be for long.
Wow, it don't sound like something
like
that he would do. He don't sound like something that he would have a hand in improving something that's abysmal.
Yeah, let me sure that is. I think it's Dark Horse, but actually, let's do this.
I heard it was Dark Horse.
So it is. Okay, that's what I thought. I mean, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, can they fall any farther? Wow.
I don't know who they think is going to buy this.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Wagon there, didn't they?
Yeah, I guess the same people that are still buying Bud Light or started buying Bud Light recently. Yeah. But I said it's not about sales anymore. It hasn't been for years.
Yeah.
No, somebody, and this will sound conspiratorial, but somebody with deep pockets pushes these things in the printing industry, and so they can afford to not look at sales and somebody always takes care of them.
Yeah, they're all getting paid. That's for sure.
Yeah.
This is big money. This is
It wouldn't
big
go
money.
if no one if it wasn't getting paid. I mean, it wouldn't fly.
Right.
This
Right.
idea. You're right.
So the
Someone that's got big money backing this, and it's gonna be produced. It just won't sell.
As well as government money, because it's that ESG thing. So there's some sort of government money coming into all this.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna have to grab my copy early then, get it slashed.
Agenda, political agenda.
Eric, hopefully it's just going to be
propaganda. That's propaganda by definition. Is paying.
But Dave, after the first one, sells out and has to go for second, third, and fourth printings.
Well,
how can you stop that train at one?
Don't tell me there's going to be 24 variant covers.
Oh,
and each one with just 28 pictures of the regal beauty that is Whoopi Goldberg.
That would be.
Now, my prediction is, I bet there's going to be two villains that are probably going to look like Frank Langella and Ted Danson. And then somebody's going to have to explain to me how either one of those guys took leave of their senses long enough to get with that.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I will never find all the Dill and Gold Key. I will
always
looking for those. Go ahead.
Finding it all the.
Well, I just opened my mouth. Thank you, Justin.
I'm interested in that. Is it Skyman by Ogden Whitney? I read one of them and I was like, holy crap, this is great.
Yeah, it's a great. In fact, no, to see it, do I have it handy? They actually written a novel with Skyman. I'm see if I can see it on my bookshelf. But yeah, the Columbia Comics. I think it's Columbia. He's a Columbia character. Great stuff.
Yeah, I just saw him in Big Shot. I've started reading Big Shot. A great comic. I've got about 4 or 5 issues of Big Shot. Skyman is in there, and I'm like, wow, I want more Skyman.
Has anybody ever done a book with like spotlighting Ogden Whitney's career?
There you go.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure. His art is amazing.
Oh yeah, Ogden Whitney's phenomenal.
To me, he looks like a commercial artist. When you look at his art, it looks like you're looking at an advertisement from the 50s to me.
You're right.
I guess he did a lot of other stuff, not just comics.
He actually popped up in a couple Marvel Westerns, which I had no idea he'd ever drawn for Marvel.
I like the stuff at ACG, Herbie the Fat Fury, and he did some other stuff there too.
Exactly, he did Herbie.
Yeah, there were Herbie hardcovers once upon a time, and I just looked at it and said, what the hell is this? Now it would kill to run across one.
That's exactly right. Yes.
It's so good, man. It's really good.
Yeah, there's a paperback novel of that came out last year of Skyman, which is really good. Written in the 40s pulp style. I forgot the author, the writer's name, but when I I'll DM you on Instagram when I find it and let you know.
Cool. All right.
Pretty cool. It's only like $12 or $15, something like that. There's no comic book to it, obviously. It's just a novel.
Well, I guess that'll probably do it for tonight. We'd like to thank everybody that's in the chat. We appreciate you all.
Thanks, Michael.
I thank all these fossils for showing up and making this stellar must-see viewing. It's better than anything NBC is showing you right now. So.
That's for sure.
And I guess we'll see you next Wednesday night at the same time. I have no idea what we'll show, but I'm sure everybody's list will get bigger and bigger. So, but that's the fun part. I curb myself many times, but I agree. You see stuff I had no idea that existed. Now I've got to get my hands on it. So we thank you, Easy Comic Reader. We thank
Absolutely.
you, all the regulars in the chat. So till next week, happy drawing and goodbye.
Good
Take
night,
care,
kid.
everybody.
Take care, everyone.
Thanks, guys.